The Receptionist Console is a web-based tool that runs in a browser window. It is supported in Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, Safari, and Google Chrome web browsers. It combines your telephone handset with a desktop interface, making it easy for you to direct calls to staff and others, wherever they may be. This tutorial will cover the features of the console and how you can use it in your day-to-day operations. Now let's take a closer look at the client. This is the main interface of the client. It contains multiple panes: Call Console, Contacts pane, and a Display pane. This is the Display pane. It contains global messages, application settings, and information about your user account and call state. The global message area, which is the center area of the display pane, is used to display incoming call information, warnings, and error messages. A message is displayed for several seconds when the event occurs. To view and change your current settings, click the Settings link. You will see a page with tabs across the top. These tabs contain various settings associated with your account. We will cover how to configure these settings throughout the course. To return to the main interface, click back to Application. At any time, if you need additional help regarding the functionality of the client, click the Help link and the user guide will open as a PDF. To sign out of the client, click Sign Out. The system may prompt you to select if you would like to save your workspace, meaning how you have set your contacts to display within the Contacts pane. Click Yes to save your changes. You can also select Always Save by going into Settings and enabling the Always Save workspace at Sign Out setting in the General panel. Your current line status is shown using an icon next to your name. The different icons are Off Hook, Do Not Disturb, Call Forwarding Always, Message Waiting. Do Not Disturb and Call Forwarding Always services, if provisioned, can be activated from the Service panel on the Settings page. If you are on the phone, you will see the busy phone icon. Please note, only one line state icon will be shown, and Do Not Disturb has the highest service precedence, followed by Call Forwarding Always, followed by the busy phone state. If none of the services are enabled and your phone state is idle, an icon will be displayed. The Contacts pane contains the following tabs: the Search tab, the Favorites tab, the Enterprise tab, Group tab, Personal Directory tab, Speed Dial tab, Queues tab. Optionally, the Search tab enables you to search for contacts in any of your directories. The Call Console is used to view and manage your current calls. We'll be covering how to use the Call Console to manage calls in the Managing Calls section of this course. But first, we're going to cover a few buttons and functions that you should be familiar with. This is the header. From here, you can enable or disable Auto Answer by clicking on the Auto Answer button here. When enabled, it will automatically answer new incoming calls when you are available to receive calls. Also displayed in the header is the dialer, which is used to enter ad hoc numbers, and the dial button, which is used to initiate the call. You can also redial recently placed calls by clicking on the redial button and selecting the number you'd like to redial. This section displays your active, held, and alerting calls. Also shown in the Call Console is the Conference Call pane. This pane shows the participants in an active multi-party conference call you initiated. While on an active conference call, the header bar contains various controls that allow you to manage the conference, including End Conference, Leave Conference, and Hold Conference. The End Conference button allows you to end the current conference for all parties. The Leave Conference button allows you to leave the conference, but allows the other two parties to continue the call. The Hold Conference button allows you to put the entire conference on hold. The Answer Conference button allows you to resume the conference call you previously placed on hold. The Conference panel lists the call legs that make up your current conference. Each leg is displayed as a separate line, and you can hold or end each leg or participant of the conference. This section covers how to use the Receptionist Console to manage calls. To dial a number that is not stored in your contacts, use the dialer. Then, enter the phone number and click the dial button. The call will be placed to the specific number and will be displayed in the calls panel. To redial the last number you called, click the redial button. A list of recently dialed numbers is displayed. Select the number to call, and the call will be placed. You can also redial a recently placed call by typing the number into the dialer. A list of recently called numbers will display. Select the number to dial and click the dial button. To dial a contact, you can use any directory in the Contacts pane, the call history log, or you can perform a search for a specific contact and dial from the results. To dial a contact in the Contacts pane, select the Directory tab from which you want to dial a contact. Let's select the Enterprise/Group directory. Click on the specific contact. The contact's available numbers will be displayed. Call represents the user's direct line. EXT is their extension, and MOB is their mobile phone. Click the option of your choice, and the call will be placed. Please note, the buttons that appear under a contact are based on the numbers they have saved in their contact information. For example, some contacts may not show a MOB button if their mobile isn't stored in their user account. To dial a contact from a search, use the Search tab in the Contacts pane to locate a contact in your contact directories. Type the name or number of the contact in the search. Select the contact, and then click the option of your choice, and the call will be placed. There are a number of ways to transfer a call, including blind transfer, transfer with consultation, and direct-to-voicemail transfers. The blind transfer method is used to transfer a call to another number without providing an introduction to the destination party. Calls may be transferred this way while active, held, or ringing on your phone. In the latter case, the system redirects the call before it's answered. To blind transfer a call to an ad hoc number, from the Calls console, select the call to transfer. In the dialer, enter the destination number and click Transfer. The call is transferred and removed from the Calls panel. To blind transfer a call to a contact, from the Calls console, select the call to transfer. In the Contacts pane, select the Directory tab containing the contact you wish to transfer the call to. Move the mouse over the destination contact and click Transfer. The call is transferred and removed from the call console. Optionally, you can drag and drop the call onto a contact. From the Calls console, select the call to transfer. In the Contact pane, select the Directory tab containing the contact you wish to transfer the call to. Drag the call over and drop it on the contact. The call is transferred and removed from the call console. Note, the drag and drop setting on the General tab must be enabled to perform this action. The Transfer with Consultation method is used to transfer a call with an introduction to the destination party. Calls may be transferred this way while active, held, or ringing on your phone. In the latter case, the system redirects the call before it's answered. To transfer a call with consultation, make a call to the person to which you want to transfer the call, and your first call will automatically be placed on hold. Wait until the called party accepts your call and speak to the party. When ready to transfer, from the Calls console, move your mouse over that call and click Transfer. The calls are connected and removed from the Calls panel. Direct-to-voicemail transfers. To transfer a call directly to another party's voicemail, in the Call console panel, select the call to transfer. In the Contacts pane, expand the Group or Enterprise Favorites directory and find the contact. Move the cursor over the contact and click Transfer to Voicemail. Please note, this option is only available if the contact has the voice messaging service assigned and enabled. In this section, we will cover how to create and manage multi-party conference calls. You will use the Conference panel to manage your conference calls. You can initiate a multi-party conference call in one of two ways. For the first method, while on an active call, place a call to another party using either the dialer panel or dialing from your contacts. Once the third party answers, click the conference button. A conference is then established and can be viewed in the conference pane. You can repeat this process to add additional parties to the call. To drop a specific party from the conference, select their call from the conference panel and click End. To leave the conference but not end the conference for the other parties, click the Leave Conference button. You can also initiate a three-way conference call if you already have two calls in progress. Select one of the calls in the call panel, then move your mouse over the other call you would like to join and click the conference button. Now all three parties are joined in a conference. The call pickup allows you to answer an incoming call that is ringing another user's line or extension. To answer, expand your group, enterprise, or favorites directory and select a contact. The state of the call must be ringing. Move your cursor over the contact and click the Answer button. The call appears as an incoming call in the Calls panel. The Camp On feature allows you to find a temporary parking place for a call by placing the call on hold at a busy contact. The call is automatically transferred to that contact when they become available. The destination contact's phone state must be either busy or ringing before you can camp a call on their line. If the camped call is not answered within the predefined time, the call is recalled and reappears in your Calls panel. To camp a call on a busy contact in the Calls panel, select the call to camp. In the Enterprise or Favorites directory, move the mouse over a busy or ringing contact and click Camp. Once the call is camped, it is removed from the Calls panel. The Call Barge In feature allows you to barge into a contact's call. This is useful when you want to enter into an already established call between two people. To perform a call barge in, select a contact from either the Group or Enterprise directory or Favorites directory and click the Barge In button. The call then appears in the conference panel and you are immediately placed into a three-way conference call between you, the party you barged in on, and the party they were speaking with. From here, you may now perform any conference operation on the call. Please note, this feature is only available if your administrator has assigned this service to you. Also, some users may be configured as exempt of this feature, disallowing you to barge in to their active calls. The Receptionist Console allows you to monitor whether users are idle or active or busy on a call. There are two types of monitoring, static and dynamic. Static monitoring is used if you typically monitor the same contacts each day. These contacts are assigned in your user portal. Please contact your administrator if you would like to configure your contacts to be set as favorites. Once configured, you will see the line status of these users in the contact panel. The various line status can be idle, busy, ringing, call forward, or do not disturb. The icon next to the contact's name is green when that contact is idle, red when that contact is busy and on the phone, yellow when a call is ringing in on that contact's line. Additionally, the icon displays a red arrow when the contact has enabled call forwarding always on their line, and displays the Do Not Disturb icon when that contact has enabled Do Not Disturb. Dynamic monitoring allows you to view the line status of the selected contacts in your company on an as-needed basis. For example, if you receive a call for a contact that is not set as your favorite and you would like to see their line status before transferring the call to them, you can select to monitor that contact as needed. To request to dynamically monitor a contact in the Enterprise or Group directory, click the contact. This will update the contact's call state in real time. Please note, the maximum number of contacts you can dynamically monitor is configured by your administrator. The default is 100. Once that limit is reached, the first contact to be monitored will become unselected and will stop being monitored. Also, if you select to save your workspace upon sign-out, the contacts you have selected to dynamically monitor will be saved for subsequent sign-ins. To add a note to a contact, select the contact and click the Notes link. Type the note, for example, on vacation until the 12th. Then click OK, and your note has been saved. To view saved notes, click on the Notes link by that contact. To add a speed contact, in the Speed Dial tab, click Edit. The Edit Speed Dial dialog box appears. Click Add. A new line is added below the existing entries, allowing you to define a new entry. In the Name text box, enter the contact's name or description as you want it to appear in the contacts list. In the Number text box, enter the phone number of the contact. To save the entry, click anywhere in the dialog box outside the entry. To modify a speed dial contact, in the Speed Dial tab, click Edit. The Edit Speed Dial dialog box appears. Double-click the entry to modify. The entry becomes modifiable. Modify information as required. To save the changes, click anywhere in the dialog box outside the entry. To delete a speed dial contact, in the Speed Dial tab, click Edit. The Edit Speed Dial dialog box appears. Select the entry to delete and click Delete. The same process is used for adding, modifying, and deleting personal contacts. In this section, we will cover additional settings that are available for you to enable, disable, and configure from the settings portion of the client. To change your password, go to Settings, and from the General tab, click Change Password. Update your password information, and click Change Password. Please note, if you have forgotten your password and need a password reset, please contact your site administrator. To return to the main screen, click Back to Application. You can enable and disable Do Not Disturb and Call Forwarding Always from the Services tab. Inactive or disabled services are shown here, in the Inactive view. Let's enable Do Not Disturb, which is the service that will send all non-queued incoming calls directly to voicemail. To enable, click on the service, then from the Service Settings pane, select Active. Optionally, you can enable the ring splash setting, which will play a short trill tone on your phone when someone tries calling you while in the Do Not Disturb mode. It is designed as a reminder that you have enabled that service. Click Save to save changes. Now that service is shown in the active view. Click the plus sign to expand. You will also notice the icon near your username displays the Do Not Disturb state. To deactivate, select the service and uncheck Active, then click Save. To activate Call Forwarding Always, which will forward all incoming calls to another number, select Call Forwarding Always, then check the Active box. Optionally, you can enable the ring splash setting, which will play a special tone on your phone when someone tries calling you while in the Call Forwarding Always mode. This service may be used if you would like to enable your after-hours or night service settings. Next, enter the phone number you would like to forward your calls to, then click Save. Now, you will see that service in the Active Services view. Click the plus sign to expand. You will also notice the icon near your username displays the Call Forwarding Always icon. To disable, select the service, uncheck the Active box, and click Save. Please note, the Do Not Disturb service will override Call Forwarding Always if you activate both services at the same time. The Plugins panel is where you can enable and disable call notifications, your focus window settings on incoming calls, configure your Outlook integration settings, and create a shortcut on your desktop to launch the Receptionist client. When the focus window option is checked and the browser window is minimized, the Receptionist Console will automatically pop up when a new incoming call arrives. Show notification for calls. When this option is checked, the Receptionist Console displays the call notification pop-up window on top of other application windows when you receive a call. When you check this box, you need to select an option from the drop-down list to specify the condition under which notifications are displayed. Microsoft Outlook integration enables you to view your Outlook contacts from the Outlook Contacts panel and also enables you to save a new incoming call as a vCard to Outlook. Click here to enable Outlook integration. Then select where to retrieve those contacts from. The recommended option is from the default folder. Other selections may result in slow response times to search for Outlook contacts. The last Outlook option pertains to caller identification. Check this box if you would like the system to first search your Outlook contacts for a match on new incoming calls. If the calling party phone number matches a contact you have stored in Outlook, it will display that contact's caller ID on the call notification pop-up. If that caller is not in Outlook, then the caller ID will be displayed as it is presented to the system. Check here to enable. You can use the Program Shortcuts setting to create a desktop shortcut for convenient access to the Receptionist Console. To add the shortcut to your desktop, click here.
To learn more about this or other products or services, please call us or visit us at LOGIX.com.